Thanks for staying with us. Now, while preparations for the monsoon are on in full swing, it is not so in the ideal possible fashion in what emerged as a clear violation despite assurances in the past from the Chennai Corporation. The NDTV Hindu crew recorded 3 men accompanied by a woman entering manholes right at the heart of the city. That's at the Turnbull Road in Kotturpuram. Even with the judiciary stepping in against this heinous act, it continues appallingly. Now, if Chennai is known for its sari collection, well, fake work and designs have also prevailed with the same pomposity. Co-optex has alleged that major textile showrooms in the state are violating the centre's guidelines by selling silk saris woven from power looms, whereas silk saris should ideally be woven only on handlooms. Most of these items even don't have a handloom mark. That's a mark for pure silk. There are allegations that many of the showrooms were using fake filigrees. They warned that the matter would be brought to the notice of the Textile Ministry and the state government. In national news, Justice Soumitra Sen has resigned as a judge of the Calcutta High Court. Justice Sen has sent a letter to the President, Pratibha Patil, and the Lok Sabha Speaker Meera Kumar. The Lok Sabha was expected to take up his impeachment proceedings after the upper house voted in favour of impeaching him. On August the 18th, the Rajya Sabha had found Justice Sen guilty of misappropriating funds as a judge and of misrepresenting facts. Moving on, the Enforcement Directorate has registered a foreign exchange violation case against Yoga Guru Ramdev and his trust. During a probe, the ED found irregular fund transfers from foreign sources. Ramdev and his several companies have been under the ED scanner since the fiasco at the Ramleela grounds. And in other news, in fact, the ongoing tussle over the sports bill in the parliament is drawing very sharp reactions from all quarters.
Questions have been raised about conflict of interest. Should ministers have been in the cabinet, especially when the sports bill was being brought in, and many of you head federations?
Look, what happens in the cabinet is totally secret.
That's true.
And I don't think I can discuss what happened in the cabinet. That's not possible. It will not be in the right interest for me to talk anything that happened in the cabinet.
But Mr. Makan in his interview, he gave
Mr.
an interview.
Makan does not know what are the responsibilities of a minister as a in the cabinet.
He gave interviews, television
and
interviews.
He should be the one who should
saying
answer.
That RTI, they want to bring the BCCI under RTI. You're a member of the BCCI.
Look, as far as all these things are concerned,
right,
there is nobody who's against RTI. None of us.
Right.
I think Mr. Makan should realize that whatever happens inside the cabinet cannot be discussed outside. And what sort of minister is he? We're not against RTI and the BCI. I'm sure what is there to hide? They are not getting any money from the government of India at all. Right. So what sort of thing is he asking or telling?
Meanwhile, Sports Minister Ajay Makan is refusing to be intimidated by several ministers, vehemently opposing his move to regulate sports bodies and bring in transparency. Speaking to NDTV's Barkad Dutt, Mr. Makan said he is determined to bring the BCCI and other sports bodies under the RTI and asked why the cricket body is afraid of being covered by the RTI.
I don't discuss cabinet matters outside.
But then still, can you just...
No, how can you expect that? Cabinet matters are cabinet. You have taken oath of secrecy.
Now, while many Congress leaders have openly criticized the decision to arrest Anna Hazaria and send him to the Tihar jail, Finance Minister Pranab Mukherjee today distanced himself from the controversy. Speaking exclusively to NDTV, Mr. Mukherjee, who was brought in later to lead talks with Team Anna, said that both the Prime Minister and the Home Minister had responded to the criticism of the decision and he would not want to comment.
You know, there are some people who believe, and you referred to this in your speech in Parliament, you said some people think the government is bungled. You used that word. Do you believe, looking back, that there are lessons to learn on how the government handled it? The opposition said that previously people were applying a very technical and legal approach instead of a political approach. Many people believe that the day you were brought back into the mediation is the day that the government realized it needed a political approach, not a techno-legal approach.
No, it's not merely a technical approach. Here I think, I said also that when somebody said that it is bungled, I did not use the word. Somebody from the floor said that you bungled this. I said, yes, that may be your assessment. But let me explain. What did we do? He started fasting on 5th of April. Government recognized that this is a powerful movement led by a very popular leader. Therefore, it will have to be addressed. We addressed it. In the first meeting itself, the ground rules for discussions were
Laid down.
Settled, agreed. Apart from that, were settled. Therefore, it's not a question of bungling, it's a question of addressing the agitation adequately in the manner which our system permits. But we thought that when it is being discussed within the parliamentary framework and when larger part of the demand has been accepted, but later on then we thought that it will be settled, because what problem we had to face, that within a specific date this is to be passed.
Yeah.
In our present composition of parliament, where it is the ruling party does not have majority of its own, it is become difficult to make that commitment.
Sir, don't you feel that the biggest mistake perhaps was to arrest Anna Hazare and send him to Tihar jail, that the symbolism of that moment was all wrong, because in Tihar was A. Raja, Suresh Kalmadi, known people, and we sent an anti-corruption crusader. Many people believe that was the turning point and the one example or the key example of the bungling.
I think we should not enter into this question, because this has been adequately addressed by both Prime Minister and Home Minister on the floor of the House.
But they defended it, and later many other leaders said it was a mistake. I would not like to add anything to it. What is your personal opinion?
No, I cannot have my personal opinion so long I am in the government.
And in some sports news now, the FIFA friendly match between Argentina and Venezuela in Kolkata is slated for tomorrow, and it's perhaps the most appropriate match as the world's best football players in the world's most fanatic city for football takes place. Lionel Messi and Kolkata, it seems, at the moment are made for each other.
Yeah. Behind the boards ain't too many iller than the homie Zilla. And me, I'm Mr. Has, just the god Lazarus. Answer this.
Now we're outside one of the designated areas in the central part of Kolkata, which is selling the tickets for the Argentina versus Venezuela game. This right behind me is the Momdon Sporting Football Ground. As you can see right now, not too many people over here to buy the tickets, but as we've spoken to the organizers, more than 70% of the tickets have already been sold. Though we found out one of the reasons why those 30% of the tickets have not been sold is because large parts of Kolkata support Brazil and do not support Argentina. Thus, they would rather watch this game at home on television than to really go out in person and watch the game at the Yuva Bharati Kridangan.
They are excited about seeing Messi play. Only that's the main reason why people are coming here. Maybe I'll wear a Argentina jersey.
I'm not interested in football, but Messi I like him very much.
Argentina I like very much, and the Messi is just like I'm saying to God.
One thing that shopkeepers have been telling me over here is that all their Messi jerseys have already been sold out. This is one such shop where I found a few Messi jerseys left. So I thought, when in Rome, do as the Romans, and when in Kolkata, you buy yourself a Messi jersey. Boss, ek mere liye Messi jersey de dijiye, please. So there you have it, my Messi jersey over here. All set for my game on the 2nd of September with the name on my back, Lionel Messi.
When we come back, it can't get bigger than this one on Vinayaka Chaturthi. Take a closer look at this 150 kilogram Kolkata when we come back.